Hey, 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 what's up? Dawnna St. Louis here. So psyched to see you guys. Is it Thursday? Or is it Wednesday? It's crazy. I honestly have no idea what day it is. It's Thursday. Hey, it's Thursday. So anyway, it's Thursday. It's been a whirlwind of a week. We literally have two or three spots left in high profit zone. It is, the conversations have been crazy. Our process has been working so well that people are moving forward so fast. I'm like, damn, how are we going to get through 10 weeks? What's up, Lisa? What's up, Chef Tia? How you doing, fam? Give me a hashtag family when you're in the family and you show up. So I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. Today we're going to talk about something just a teeny tiny bit. Hey, Darian, future family member? Are you going to be inducted in that November? Just asking. Anyway, let me tell you, it has been a whirlwind of a week. I'm actually getting ready for, I don't know if I told you guys, I have this huge engagement coming up. It's the National Association of Broadcasters. It's going to be in Austin, Texas. It's September. I'll be there like the 11th through the 13th. I'll do as much behind the scenes as I can. But this is where, these are television news people, media people. I'm going to be there. They have something like 3,000 to 5,000 people that are going to be in my keynote. I'm doing this huge keynote, totally taking it up to the next level because I'm one of those coaches that I'm out there still working the grind, baby. Yeah, I'm not one of those coaches like, let me tell you what to do, and I haven't had my ass on a stage in 6 years. No. I still work the business quite a bit, in fact, quite a bit. So that means that I know what's going on in the business. I know where things are working and where things aren't working. So I have that coming up. This ginormous engagement in Kiev in February or January. That event, so I thought the one at NAB, I was like, yeah, 6,000 people. That's a 3,000 to 5,000 people. That's a good amount. The one in Kiev is like 5 or 10,000. It's like a stupid number. One of the people that's going to be on the platform with me is the guy, the sheik who actually built the Palm Islands. I am the opening keynote speaker for this 5,000 to 10,000 person event in Kiev in February. And then they have me like doing a couple other things. So just a whirlwind of amazingness and craziness. I've been hearing back from my high profit zone family members of they're just on and popping and getting their stuff done. And so it's just been an awesome time. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I freaking love what I do. I love what I do. I love my family. I love just helping people go from where they are to where they want to be. I love watching people find that financial freedom from corporate colonization. And you know what? The thing is, they all pretty much started out the same way. And that's a little bit what I want to talk to you guys about today, because one of the things that I know that I do, and this is actually thanks to Lisa, one of the things that I know that I do, and it's not in a mean-spirited way, by the way, it's actually quite heartfelt. Is sometimes I'll come on here and I'll say, these are the things you should be doing. And I'm really passionate about those things because I know that if you don't do these things in the right order, that it can really cause you to like struggle like big time. I know I'm like picking at my shirt today and I apologize for that. It is really it was washed with something and it's so itchy. And so there's this one part right here that there's like, how there's like a pin or something in there that's itching you. Okay. So I hate when people like pick at, like they're like, oh, my hair. And they're like, oh, I got to get all this shit right. And it drives me nuts. There's actually something bothering my arm. So I'm going to try not to pick at it. And I tried to go and change clothes before I got on, but it didn't happen. So, okay, I'm not going to be scratching an itch anymore. I took a shower, so it's not that. All right, so I know I look crazy. All right, so one of the things we're going to talk about today, really to help you out is the thing, like sometimes you're like, I'm doing all the things, like I'm doing everything that I'm doing. I'm doing all the stuff, but I'm not getting that return. I'm not, and there's something I'm struggling with, and I want to let you guys know that it's actually okay. And I'm going to let you know what that thing is that you're struggling with and how common it is. Anyway, my name is Dawnna St. Louis. I am CEO of High Profit Zone. I don't have clients. I have family members. I mean, big, giant love my family members. They can call me. They can text me. They can hit me up. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I got to make sure that I put that on Do Not Disturb, because my family members will hit me up and they'll be like, I didn't know you was online. I'm like, why are you texting me? You know I'm online. So anyway, I just had to go ahead and make sure that's not on Do Not Disturb because I forgot to do it. Oh, and if someone can do me a super quick, super fast, super crazy favor, somebody was looking for me yesterday and they couldn't find me because I did not have this on my regular page, my Dawnna page over on Facebook. If you can, just take a copy of this link and post it there. And if not, don't worry about it. Anyway, I am CEO of High Profit Zone. I am the Harriet Tubman of entrepreneurship because I help experts get financial freedom from corporate colonization. Because you know what? Not all of us made out to have a job out there, baby. Some of us actually need our own thing. Can you imagine me with a boss? Some little guy telling me what to do every day? Do you know what that would look like? Oh, I'd be fine. He'd be in the fetal position in the corner, self-soothing. All right, so today we're going to talk about that thing that is, it's just kicking your ass. And you're like, if I had this thing, I would be okay. I would be all right. I would be able to move forward faster. But this thing is really driving me nuts. So let's talk about that thing. The thing that stops most entrepreneurs from moving forward is the thing that most of them come to High Profit Zone with. And when they come to High Profit Zone, when they come into my family with it, quite honestly, they're a little embarrassed. And they're like, I know you're going to ask me this, and it's so embarrassing. And I try to make a safe space so they can tell me. But most of them, I don't mean some, I mean most of them. In fact, I can honestly say probably all except for one have walked in with the same exact challenge. And while I try to share with you guys how to get over that challenge, I recognize that sometimes it's not clear, and it may even sound like I'm being judgmental at the fact that you don't have it when you come to me, and I'm not. Everybody runs to this problem. Everybody. I ran into this problem. And what they really lack is clarity. All of them. I've lacked clarity quite often. I wasn't clear about what I was going to wear on this live stream 5 minutes before I got on it. We all have that area where we lack clarity. And so where does that start? And how can we kind of look at it? How can we fix it? And what are some of the symptoms of it? So when you lack clarity, when you're not 100% clear, this is what it looks like. This is what happens to you. The first thing you do, and tell me, and if this feels like you, if you've done this, if you run into this clarity thing, let me show you what it looks like. I love you. I love you, Lisa, because you're like, amen, girl, been there, done that. Been on the train where, like, what was my glasses were dirty? Like, what was going on? Because I was not seeing the things I needed to see because I lacked so much clarity. No, it's a thing, right? It's a thing. It's a real thing, and it does happen. So let's talk about how that lack of clarity in your business shows up. Because I would tell you, most people are like, no, Dawnna, I'm clear. Shit, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, hey, okay, well, let's talk about it. So this is what lack of clarity, how it shows up. I'll say something like, so, tell me, what is it that you do? Okay, so so remember that time when so back in 1992, when you have lack of clarity, what happens is sometimes it's really hard for you to communicate exactly what it is that you do. And what you end up doing is you end up spending tens of thousands of dollars on somebody who's a branding expert who's going to tell you exactly what to say, which is usually not the thing you should be saying, because they have not really identified you and who you are. So what happens is you're trying to build a business that embodies you, but you're also trying to pull out what's the latest and greatest thing, and you're trying to put all these things together, and what ends up happening is you have this lack of clarity because you're not clear on exactly what it is. Listen, if you were way more dumber, like super stupid, like if you were like super stupid, this would be easy, because you would tell me, like, listen, the only thing I know how to do, I don't know how to do nothing else, but the one thing I know how to do is I know how to pick up the phone and I know how to make a phone call and close the deal. That's all I know how to do. I don't know how to prospect. I don't know how to do this. And you can go through the whole thing. All I know how to do is pick up the phone and make a phone call and close the deal. Okay, so your expertise is closing. Is that what it's called? If you were way more dumber, it would be way more easier, because we could just go and pick that one thing and say, this is what they do. This is what they do best. This is the only thing we do. We got some focus, right? Like we're so clear on it. But what happens is when you don't have that clarity in that one thing you do, when you have too many tools in your toolbox, sometimes you have a hard time picking which is the right tool that I should be using right now. It is a real challenge. And the reason it's a real challenge is because you're smart. You're smart. Do I do social media marketing? Do I do just media? Do I just do marketing? But I also help people with their processes, and I help people with their team, and I help people like retain their employees, and I help leaders, and right, because you can come up with all these things that you do. So you're like, okay, Dawnna, I'm really good at a lot of things. How do I pick the one thing? That is the lack of clarity. And so then what happens the first place where people lack clarity is they lack clarity within themselves. Who am I and what is it that I'm supposed to deliver? I got to tell you, most people walking in the door struggle with this. It's not new. I'm going to tell you right now, almost everybody struggles with that one. Everybody. You are not alone if that is your struggle. That struggle is not new. That struggle is so real. And while you think these people got it so together because their website is on point, go take a closer look and you will find that they are not 100% clear on what they do best. And it's not just entrepreneurs. I could get on the phone right now with people that work in corporate and I can go, so what is the one thing that you do that makes you an amazing leader? And they'll go, well, I got a promotion. And I'm like, but what makes you different from all the other leaders? What is your thing? They promoted me. I'm like, but why? Right? So understanding our why is a real problem. Here's the number 2 thing that people struggle with. Once they know their why, the second thing that they struggle with is who wants it. This is my thing, but who will pay me for it? And the second thing is, will somebody actually pay me for that? Is there really a market out there for that? And how much do I charge for that? And how do I package that? Right? So they don't know who will pay them. And then they don't know how to package what. And when I say they, this is everybody that I've ever worked with that's an entrepreneur. These are real things. They lack clarity into who their ideal client is. And they lack clarity into how they package their expertise in a way that their ideal client can wants to consume it. Right? And so what do? They end up doing all the stuff. Right? All the stuff. Oh, so what I'm going to do is I'm making a program so I can earn Swiss money. Swiss money, by the way, I learned this from Ed Robinson recently, is dollars while I sleep soundly. Dollars while I sleep soundly. And they call it Swiss money. So what happens is you have these people that are like, I'm going to earn Swiss money. So I'm going to make this program and I'm going to make this online program and I'm going to sell this online program so that people can buy from me this online program. Because the number one thing I need to do is sell this online program. If I can sell this online program, I can earn Swiss money. Oh, What's up, family member? Right? And so Orlando just came on. By the way, Orlando Bowen killed it on the NSA platform at NSA Influence 2019. And yes, he is a family member because we only work with badasses. What's up, baby? Anyway, so what happens is people are so unclear in regards to the thing, into that thing that they offer, that they can't communicate it. They don't know how to communicate it. They really struggle with it. It is a very common problem. Like if somebody says they speak on leadership and I go, okay, so tell me specifically what you help leaders with. It's a very crowded marketplace. And then they'll say, well, I'm better on the platform than most speakers. And I'm like, better is great, but different. I ask you what you do different. What is your differentiator on the platform? What are you saying that they haven't heard before? What are you telling them that they know that they don't know now, that when they get out of your program, they're going to be like, damn, right? How do you coach them in a way that nobody else coaches them? What's your methodology? And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know. Most people don't know that. They lack clarity even into the people that they work with and what they deliver to them. And then I get people who think they know, and it's a jumbled mess. But let's go back to that Swiss dollars. So what people do is they'll say, I'm going to earn Swiss dollars. And so then what they do is they spend hours and time and money and a lot of work, and it takes months. And they make these online programs, and they're like, oh, I finally made this online program. And I'm like, okay, so I assume that you must have a long list of people who, number one, already told you they wanted it, and number two, they're ready and willing to buy it right and able to buy it right now. No, I don't have that. I'm like, oh, so then you're going to sell this program after you get off stage. So you're going to do a keynote speech, and you're going to do a breakout session, and then in the back of the room, you're going to sell this program. So you must have a ton of keynotes and breakout sessions all ready to go. No. And I'm like, so why did you build this program? Why did you write this book? Because I wanted to earn money while I sleep. Well, who did you think was going to buy it? Because now what you're stuck in is I've created a program that I don't necessarily know that I have a market that wants to buy it. Although I love it, I don't know that other people want it. That's number one. Number two, yes, I know it's valuable to them and it'll help them, but they don't necessarily know they have a problem. That's a big one. And then number three is that now I have to figure out how to market and sell it. And that number three is going to cost you thousands of dollars, and is a shit ton of risk. The clarity that people lack is the order in which to do things. I have so many people that are telling me I'm putting together this training program, and even though I go, I don't think that's the thing you should be doing right now, they're like, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm like, I think that's out of order, and that's what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of money now. I'm like, your timing is off. You can create that program, but stop putting the weight on that program to be your end all be all, because it's not. You need to pause. But they won't listen. They're just stuck on doing the program. And now that they've done the program, they got to go and create a funnel. Oh my God. Hey, you want to see how people lose money? Watch them put it in a toilet bowl of a funnel to get a whole bunch of people to buy a whole lot of nothing. That is another lack of clarity. But these are common mistakes that when you lack clarity from the beginning, that lack of clarity trickles its way all the way out into everything you do. It starts from, I don't know what I'm talking, I'm not 100% clear on how to communicate what I talk about. Very common. I'm not 100% clear on how to communicate what I talk about to the people who actually care about it, because I'm not sure of who that ideal client is. That's number two. Here's your big number three. I don't know how to communicate clearly what I talk about to the people who should actually care, and I actually don't even know where to find them. Like, how do I find leads? How do I find opportunities? How do I get started? These are all the things that people call me with where they're struggling. It's a real struggle. And I'm not sitting here and saying, oh, If you don't know how to do it, you're an idiot. No, most people don't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. I had to go back to my own dog food and go, oh my God, it's sitting right here in front of me, right? It is so common. So my point is that when you're thinking about this, if you're really, really, really sitting there right now and you're stuck in your business and you're going, oh my God, I had this one lady that literally sat in a program in a conversation with me, and she told me that she paid someone something like $20-something thousand to work with this lady for 6 months for her to get her value proposition, for her to know what her expertise was and her value proposition, how to communicate it. 6 months. We do that in the first 2 hours. Like literally in 2 hours. We give you a quick test. We talk a little bit about your expertise. We do a little deep dive on that. And quite honestly, by the end of 2 hours, you're off with your homework creating a value proposition that totally works for you. That 5 years worth of confusion that people go to and that lack of clarity, we solve those things so quickly. Yes, clarity equals currency and it conquers doubt. Because here's the other thing about clarity, and this is important. And if you guys want to see this, if you literally want to see it, all you have to do is go to callmybureau.com, right? It's one of my websites, callmybureau.com. If you go to callmybureau.com, you're going to see a consistency and a clarity. What I talk about as a speaker is the winning edge formula. The winning edge formula has 3 parts to it. First, what is your path? What is your true purpose? Second, once we know what your true purpose is, what are your hidden gifts? Third, once we know what your true talent is, once we know your purpose and your gifts, who are the people that you need to surround yourself with to help you reach your goals? 1, 2, 3. Winning edge formula. Very clear. Here's the consistency part. When you click on Dawnna.com, you'll download a PDF. That PDF looks exactly like the website. The website looks exactly like my PowerPoint slides, my keynote slides. My keynote slides look exactly like my and people go, well, that's branding. No, it's everything. It's the same thing that's on LinkedIn. It's the same thing all over the place. It does not change. I sit here all the time and I watch people who I absolutely love and adore not listen, and it frustrates me. I see people sit here and go, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put on this program for people to fix this problem. First of all, they don't know who you are. Second of all, you're fixing a problem you don't know they have. You just sat around with a couple of your friends and you decided that people have this problem and you decided that you're going to fix it. The issue is that they don't necessarily know that they have this problem. And number 2, they don't necessarily know that they trust you to fix it. Stop doing that. Stop coming up with a problem that you think people have and now you've decided to be the doctor. Oh my God. Stop. Focus on the thing that you do best and that you have the credibility to bring a solution to the table with, and then communicate it clearly to not only a target market, but a target market in a target-rich environment that wants, will, and can buy it on a regular basis. Come up with a solution that people recognize that they need because it will transform them into what they want to be. Stop making these assumptions about people and recognize that it's okay to be unclear. Everyone who started out in this business, even Tony Robbins, ran into the same challenge where they did not have clarity into what they were doing. And then once you have that clarity, don't let "oh shiny" stop you from staying true to your goal. I get people that offer me opportunities quite a bit, and some of them are so exciting and enticing, and I want to take them up on them. They really are, but then I have to go, do I have bandwidth? Does it work towards my mission and my goal, or is it just about making more money? If it doesn't work with my mission and my goal, and it's just about making more money, then I have to either pause on it, put it on the back burner, or see how I can fit it in. But clarity is a thing that everybody comes into this business without, And what they start doing is all the things and none of the stuff. I'm going to do all the things. I'm going to make the program. I'm going to do my website. I'm going to do my one book, my one sheet. I'm going to do my expert brochure. I'm going to put on this conference, even though I have no idea who the hell is going to show up. I'm going to do these live streams every day. I'm going to, like, they come up with all these things and they just keep doing all this stuff and all this stuff. And they're going to write a book and they're doing blogs and they're all over the place, and none of it has clarity associated with it. None of it. And it's frustrating because I'm watching people fail and I'm like, I can help you. Just talk to me and let's figure out how we can make you a high profit zone family member. Let's get you in there. It's less money than you think it is, and it's more value than you probably deserve to get for that price. But it's a game changer. Anyway, I know that this is the thing that frustrates me because I see so many people, you know, it's one of those things where people are waiting for Superman and Superman isn't showing up. Neither is Superwoman. Sometimes you have to save yourself. And to do so, you're going to have to actually do the thing that you're scared of doing. Part of that is probably getting on the phone with me. So if you're interested in, if you're ready to stop waiting for Superman, and you're ready to stop for waiting on the next big gig, and you're ready to stop waiting for all the things that you're waiting for that's suddenly going to give you the big break, and you're like, you know what, I just need some damn clarity. I need to start putting this stuff in order. I need to follow somebody with a blueprint and process. I need to stop struggling for the next gig. I need to stop playing small and start being as big as I really am. I am ready to take from where I am to the next level. And I need to work with someone who is not going to judge me for not being clear. Someone who has been there, done that, fell down, got the scraped knees to show for it. If y'all saw this bruise on my thigh right now, y'all know I got the bruises to show for it, because let me tell you, I'm too hard-headed. I body surf class 2s again, and this bruise is ugly. I think I'm done body surfing class 2s though. Anyway, if you're really, really interested in joining the High Profit Zone family, we are starting this program right now for people who are ready. And I think we're down to 3 spots or 2 spots. I'm not 100%. Now is the time. Enough of the excuses of, oh, I don't think I have the money, and then I have this trip I'm going on. Then did she say November? Isn't that like Thanksgiving? I don't know. You don't need no more turkey. You don't need no more turkey. My favorite is, oh, but it's going to be my blah, blah, blah's birthday. They've had 37 birthdays. They're going to have a 38th. You can miss this one and have enough money to ball out with them on the next one. Just join me at highprofitzone.com or hit me up at coffeewith.dawnna.com and get off of the train that says you're not clear and really start getting to that point where you're going, I got this. I can do this. I'm ready. I'm waiting for you. Talk to you later.